What's going on, everybody? Bonecoon here. I do apologize because this unfortunately was not recorded during KvK. The reason being is because I recorded a time-lapse video prior to that, and with the way the AZ screen recorder works, it just saves every setting that you had as the permanent setting from that point on. So I accidentally recorded two separate videos, both in time-lapse mode. And now all I can really do is show you the reports. But hey, I mean, better that than nothing, right? So, I completed my solo pretty easily. It was a very fast solo because I ran him around and I managed to find this player with her shield down. Did not have very many kills. I think that she had below 1 million kills or barely 1 million kills. I don't know. In any case, I expected a troop hoarder when I scouted, but only 300,000 troops, all of which were tier 4. My first hit gave me a few wounded tier 3, dead tier 3. No, wounded tier 4 and some dead tier 3. But with layering, you know, it worked wonders. And I left her with nothing but heroic cannoneers. So when I went in for the second hit, it was a pretty easy one. I suffered 1,700 dead. I went with infantry formation, and swapped out one of my ranged heroes for an extra infantry hero just to add that little extra oomph to it, you know? And so I secured that leader and completed my solo with quite a bit of ease. And the kingdom that we faced was a dead one, so there really wasn't a lot to do. My guild personally scored 4th overall, and given our current state of condition, I think at the time that we did KvK, we had 64 members. So, I don't know. It was a dead kingdom that we faced, and our kingdom's not exactly very lively either. So, I didn't expect any more action, but then my player Rage was partially unsheltered. I think my guess is that a Dark Nest rally got canceled on him or something like that while he was offline. So his leader was sheltered with some troops, but he had some troops unsheltered, and they went in to hit him, and I wouldn't have even noticed because I wasn't at the hive, but someone started out trying to do a rally instead of solo hitting him. So I ported in next to that player, which was a couple tiles away. Let's see. Oh, I'm no longer where we were. Let's see the location of the hit. Here it is. Oh, Rage is still there too. This is where Rage was, and I was right over yonder. So the player that was rallying was right here where Voodoo Doll is. And so ported right here, started a rally on him to try and just get him to run away. And it worked out just fine. He ported away, but then two other people from his guild ported in right here and right here. And one of the players went in and landed a hit before I could react in time. But then I rushed in some reinforcements to try and prevent the second hit from finishing Rage off. I didn't have time to get on an alternate account or something and scout and see just what they were hitting him for. So I kind of feared the worst, that his leader was out, and tried to go for it anyway. As you could see, we failed the hit. It killed a few of his troops, but he did a lot of damage. And this is when I realized that Rage didn't have his leader out, because this player only had tier 3 troops at his disposal. 300,000 heroic cannoneers backing them up should have done a lot more. But given the fact that there was, of course, you know, no leader, that definitely accounts for quite a bit. So, that in mind, I rushed in a garrison and replaced that with the reinforcements that I had, because I figured my troops are going to be able to do a lot more damage than Rage's. And even though Rage was only left with, what, 50,000 troops? Maybe 100,000? 85,000, somewhere around that, including a few like tier 1 and everything. they were going to have to work for it if they wanted it. And work for it they certainly did. Viral Thread attacked again. He went for my garrison, this tier 3 player. So he walked away with 57,000 dead tier 3. But in the process, he managed to wound most of my infantry. I was left with 36,000 heroic fighters. And I know some of you guys are thinking, well, he's garrisoning with archers. What's up with that? Or even some people that have resources all willy-nilly to spend were probably wondering why I didn't just send tier 4. Well, I was in a rush situation because he was marching in a second wave that would have finished Rage off and ruined the opportunity to get some free kills. So I had to use a battalion preset march. I didn't have time to modify it. I had to rush it in as fast as I possibly could. And so the result was, you know, that. Plus the players that I were facing was 120 mil might tier 3 player and then 155 mil might tier 4 player. So I wasn't too concerned. And they also were not coordinating very well because he went in and hit. And this timestamp is 14:49:35. And as you can see right here, the next timestamp is 14:52:14. So almost a full 3 minutes later, his guildmate went in and attacked. And as you can see from that experience right there, it did not end well for him. Had his player Viral Thread informed him of what was garrisoned in that castle, maybe he would have realized that that was not a smart thing to do. In any case, Starvin' Marvin just tried to smack me with 271,000 troops, and all of which were Ancient Drake Riders. He had 95,000 dead, 143,000 wounded, and walked away with 31,000 alive. I almost capped his leader with a garrison. That astounded me. Obviously, I was still in infantry formation. I never actually changed it. But the fact of the matter is I only had 36,000 heroic fighters left. Sending pure Ancient Drake Riders is pure suicide in a situation like that, as this player unfortunately figured out. In addition to that, I held superior heroes. He only had 2 gold to his name, 2 blue, and a purple, one of which doesn't even offer attack boost whatsoever. I don't know. That astounded me. Anyway, guys, that was the KvK run that I did. It wasn't as much, but I mean, it was a little bit. I'm getting out there, you know, as we are slowly preparing to migrate. It's, I don't know, trying to get prepared adequately. My altar is up to a little bit. I've executed a few guys out there. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next one, bye.